be willing to say your municipal, or after she says the municipality name, if you could state your name, so that we can all learn each other's names.
Okay. Aleppo,
Arthur Williams.
nice to meet you. Avalon. Okay. Bell Acres. Bellevue.
Here, Dan McKelvey.
Ben Avon. Edgeworth.
Here, Ellen Politi.
Emsworth.
Paul, yes.
Swickley Heights.
He is
Here, Nate Briggs.
Ben Avon Heights.
They're not here tonight.
Glen Osborne.
Here, Matt Dobler.
Glenfield. Here, Gail Davis. Hayesville. Kilbuck.
Daryl Hartman.
Leet.
Donna Detro.
Leetsdale.
Oh, Maria needs to be admitted. I see her in there. There she is.
Hi, Maria. We're just doing roll call.
Please
Please.
count me in.
Swickley.
That's me, Julie Barnes.
Swickley Hills.
Hunter Hopkins.
And then do we have any guests or anything that need to introduce themselves?
Well, we do have a guest.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think, we have a quorum, right? How many did we have there? More than 9.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Oh,
12.
great. Okay, good. All right, so that makes a quorum. So that is the roll call. So let's move on to public comment. And we do have one guest tonight. So it is your turn. If you could just share your name, your address, and you have 5 minutes to speak. And for a public comment, we listen and we take what you have to say for future deliberations.
Oh, thanks. Hi, everyone. My name is Kaylee Shubs Waters. I live at 816 Thorne Street in Swickley, so just 3 blocks that way. I am here tonight on behalf of a group of citizens of the 65 corridor in Quaker Valley who are concerned about potential ICE activity and ICE cooperations between your municipalities. We're here to really encourage the COG to maybe adopt a uniform policy recommendation that eachbody can take back to their own municipalities. We just feel that our neighbors who are immigrants, no matter what their status, shouldn't feel nervous driving down 65 or driving from Fair Oaks all the way over to Glen Osborne. Like we are all such a close-knit community. Sometimes it's hard to tell where one ends and the other begins. And we would just encourage you guys to do that. There are lots of examples of really great policies that are out there. McCandless and Allegheny County have adopted some, and I'm happy to talk in detail if you would like about what those policies contain, what makes them, I think, particularly strong. So that is basically why I'm here. I won't take up too much of your time, but I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys might have or talk a little bit more about specific details of good policies or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm interested in the details of the policy. I mean, what's all involved, like?
So a lot of the policies, particularly McCandless and Allegheny County, what makes them strong is that they put a prohibition from not only police agencies working with ICE to help ICE further their immigration actions. Certainly police can continue to do all of the necessary functions that police do for your region, such as traffic control, preventing crime, and things like that. Nobody's suggesting that the police just go away or sit this out, but just working to make sure that they are not for example, feeding ICE information about immigrant status or of the people that they pull over. Some places have gone so far to say that like employees of these municipalities or of the county are not allowed to inquire about immigrant status at all whenever they interact with anybody from the public. And if they do have those records, they can only be kept, oh goodness.
It's felt bad they couldn't see.
Oh, there's nothing really good to look at here. Good for 60 days. They can only keep that information for 60 days and then it is destroyed. So some of those things are really good. I think in particular, making sure whatever policies have are very specifically spelled out and very specifically clear so that employees, not only police, but other municipal employees know like what they can do and what they cannot do. Nobody's suggesting that we would impede the way that your municipalities are run or come in and tell you how to do your job. But I think that there's a way to protect not only the rights of people who are living in your communities, but also keeping your communities safe from legal action. There is a rise of people of places being sued over ICE interactions between local police and ICE and individuals. Like if an individual gets hurt, they can come back and sue the municipality for that too. We don't want that to happen. I'm a lawyer and I even don't want that to happen for anybody to be sued. So yeah, those are some of the really, I think, key elements.
So Glenfield doesn't have its own police department, we
Sure.
would fall under Kilbuck, whatever they have implemented.
Right, so you
Okay.
would work with,
With
you
Kilbuck.
guys would work together.
It's not Kilbuck, who,
Ohio Township?
I Township, okay.
Same.
When I wrote Kilbuck, I'm thinking, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah. So you would
We're a
work
little,
together. I know there's been some Lynn Osborne works with Swickley at the Swickley Borough Council meeting. There were a lot of people who came up and talked about this action that happened that kind of spurred a lot of the
okay.
neighbor actions to care about what's happening here. Bellevue also has a really good policy. And I don't think it's as in-depth or as broad, but it's kind of short and to the point. So there are people who are already a part of the COG who are doing good work on this. So I think for me, the point I would want to make is a consistency, like a baseline consistency among all of our local governments so that everybody has an understanding of the bare minimum. If county or municipalities want to go beyond and offer more protections, I mean, I'm all for that. But I just want our citizens to be able just to drive into town and not worry about where they are.
Yeah.
I mean, our citizens, people who live in here, not
Yeah.
US citizens. I would argue you can be a citizen of Swickley and not be a US citizen. That's just me.
Yeah.
So
Now, who would propose the basic policy that's sent?
I think COG could come up with a draft recommendation and send it out. I think, but it would be enacted by each of the individual municipalities by their boroughs.
Board approval. Now,
Mhm.
if Lee Township has what they have formulated on our website.
Yes, thank you for that. That was very helpful when I was looking up to see
You're
where these
welcome.
policies were.
So with the amount of money being a small community that we put into our solicitor reviewing, putting this plan together, would that negate? Or is it something that a municipality can stick with what they have? Yeah. What would be your recommendation?
Do you need me, can I answer the question?
Yeah.
I mean, I think my recommendation personally, and on behalf of the people that I am here representing tonight, would be to create a really good policy that would be comprehensive and protecting the rights of all. And so just because your solicitor has drafted something doesn't mean you have to go with it. You're free to vote against it or vote to make it better or anything like that. So I would assume by the bylaws of LEAP that would be, but you would all want to check your bylaws. I'd be remiss if I didn't
I'd
talk
like
about bylaws.
consistency and
Yes.
so on.
And I do think that there have been in conversations I've had with local leaders in the area since I've been involved in this, is they are looking for some sort of guidance on this issue. So might be. Good. I'm done. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Haley.
I'm gonna stay just so I don't have to go home right at bedtime. So I'm gonna stay for just. You know. Nancy, Sula.
Okay, thanks, Kaylee. So, I think that probably what we could move forward with on that topic is if there's anyone here that's interested in having that as an item on our agenda so that we could have a formal discussion together about it, will you please email Michelle and request that to be an agenda item? And then if there are enough people that request it, we'll put it on the agenda and we can talk about it next month. And at least share ideas, like maybe Dan can share like what they're doing in Bellevue or for whoever's interested. Okay, thanks, Kaylee. All right, so we'll move to item 5 on our agenda, approval of February 18th, 2026 meeting minutes. And I'll look for a motion for that approval. Okay, any questions or comments on the minutes or any changes to the minutes? Okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. Item number 6 on our agenda, approval of February financial reports, unpaid bills list, and payroll summary. I'll take a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
Okay, any questions or comments on that? Michelle, was there anything that you wanted to share with us about any of the financials?
No, they look, I was very happy to see how straightforward these financials are. The only thing I would say that is a large expense is just the hard to recycle event, the payment with PRC. But that's the normal $10,000 cost that we pay them to hold this event and just to reserve everything. And we can talk more about that event when I go over my report, but everything else looked very straightforward and corresponded with the other months that you guys have had previously.
Okay, any other questions or comments? All right, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Okay, motion passes. And moving on to the president's report, well, obviously, I would like to welcome Michelle. Michelle has been working with Jason. She's been working with Patrick for many, many, many hours. She's already had meetings with, well, I'll let you say what you've been doing,
Okay.
but she has hit the ground running and is already just like flooded with stuff. So, welcome, Michelle. I think I can say confidently that Michelle is really open to new ideas. So remember, this is a new beginning for us, and it's an opportunity for us to bring new ideas and maybe even old ideas back, things that are on your mind, that you'd like to see the COG do. We can make this COG be what we want it to be. And Michelle is, I think, really eager and ready to help us do that. So welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. And that's all I have for my report. So next for the Route 65 update. And I think you met with the people from Manchester today, right?
Yeah,
Did
so
you
I
guys- okay.
met with Michael Baker today and the Manchester group today. At my previous position, I was already involved with the Route 65 project. So it's nice to already have some background on that project. But right now, they are just going through a few of the options. They're waiting on the city to get back to them on a few things that they thought would be taken care of, but it's just taking a little bit longer. So we have a seat on their committee still, and they're planning on meeting at the beginning of next month and hopefully give us stuff before that they present it out to the community. But they said that they've been, if you guys have not been on the, I can send you guys a link where you can go on, make comments and everything. But the feeling I got from the meeting today is they're really excited to work with us. As the city stops before you get here, but the effects, they want to go a lot further. And they're still at the information gathering phase, but they're really excited to work with us and get more information out. And they said that, if any of us want to be involved, if there's anyone from specific municipalities that want to be a part of the stakeholder meetings, just let me know. And as they work through the plan, what would work. I know right now that they have a few different options they're looking into, whether it would be through the towns for it to be more of a boulevard approach through 65.
Just gonna admit this person.
Okay, if it would, with more, or if it'd be more of a greenscape in the middle, or if there would be passages through, at different points. So they still have everything that they're kind of working through, to seeing different options, seeing like when it moves forward, what would be the best approach. And, so if anyone wants the link to make comments, we can do that. If anyone wants to be a part of this committee, let me know. They want the more the merrier, you know, this is going to be a huge project that is going to be a legacy project, so it's going to affect generations to come, and it's going to affect a lot of people's way of life, whether it's more economic development, different modes of the transport moving through the communities differently. So it's has a lot of moving parts. So if you feel like you would want to be a part of that, helping make this change, make decisions, especially with the communities it affects, that it goes right through. I think it would be a good move to get on this and let your voice be heard for your communities. But yeah, I have another call scheduled with Manchester next week to hear more details on the project, but yeah, so I'm really excited about it. Does anyone have,
I will be on that committee.
you will?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I am so passionate about how bad Route 65 is.
Yeah, it's the Swickley Bridge and then the bridge over to McKees Rocks. The traffic, if that gets backed up there,
Always.
always, it's awful. And I grew up in Beaver County, so traveling on 65 was pretty normal for me. And I was talking to my dad about the changes that they want to see coming. He's like, finally, like I lived here my whole life, and that's road's always been dangerous and hectic. It's glad
Yeah.
something is moving forward. So yeah, if anyone else is interested in being involved on that, and then I will just send out, if anyone wants me to, I can just send out an update after that meeting, if anyone, because I know there hasn't been a lot of movement and momentum on that lately. So however you guys want me to correspond, if you want me to wait to the next meeting, but if anyone wants more information, I'm happy to share as much and as often as you guys want.
Thank you.
Okay. Any questions about Route 65, comments? No? All right. Next is item 9, Emergency Preparedness Committee update. So we have this on our agenda so that we don't forget about this committee. They always have the opportunity to give us an update, but they are not required to. So I wonder if there's anyone here from the committee that would want to offer anything that's been happening with this committee. And I don't think that I don't think I saw anyone on the meeting tonight that was on the committee. So I guess we'll move past that. Okay, the next is the grant status report. So Michelle, would you like to share any updates on grants?
Yes, so I've been meeting with all the project managers for all the grants in this last, I guess, 2 weeks since I've been here. And what I did is I went through grant by grant, what is needed, what is holding it up, we need stuff from the county, if we need stuff from the municipalities, and I sent every manager an update on what we need, where things stand, what we're waiting for. And I've been getting so much information back. And so I'm trying to get these, I'm someone who, I take a lot of action. I don't like things waiting on my to-do list. So so many people have been so great about getting back to me very quickly or sending me to the person that would be able to answer the questions. Even at Fern Hollow with Sam, she gave me the right connection to meet with. And I'm getting those back to the county as soon as possible. So I know on a lot of them, we're waiting on 2 of them for demolitions. We're waiting on the historical group for the state to get back to us on a few items. We have a few that are waiting for the contracts to come in. But yeah, I've reached out to even to the ones that just got awarded to get scope, budget, see when we can get things out to bid. So it's my goal every 2 weeks to send an update to all the managers to let them know where things stand with the county, see if they have any changes, just so we can keep things moving along with them and get the process as streamlined and efficient as possible. Because I know construction season is short and the people you guys need to work with get booked up fast. So I'm trying to get things as quickly as possible and as efficiently as possible for you guys. If you guys hear of anything that or know of anything that we could be doing better with that process, please let me know. But that is how I continue to work forward with those, and so. But there's an update in the report as well. That just goes through everything that, and I've updated these again since I've been here. But once again, I'll update it again before the next board packet goes out. But nothing is held up currently. Everything that we can be doing is being done currently. So if anyone has any specific questions on any of them, I can answer them the best that I can.
So some of the people in this room are more seasoned elected officials than others.
Okay,
And so I do think that there's like a general interest that I've heard in the past, like I would say 3 months from delegates about understanding more about what grants are available,
okay,
what and how you match up, just like sort of basic like grants 101, like how you match up a project with funding
okay,
and how to even like how to know how far to go with your planning in your
Okay.
project before you are able to successfully get funding, because that was something we talked about within the past 5 years, like about how important it was to have something shovel ready.
Mhm.
And so then municipalities are having to put some money into that
Okay.
with their engineering firms and planning before they even know if they're going to get any money for the project.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I think there's interest in just knowing more about what grants are out there, like maybe just as a general goal
Okay,
for this year, you know, not like immediate, but
okay, so maybe next time in the grant report, I can go over one of them, what we usually do for like the community block grants. I can go through like what applies, the different areas you can apply for and things like that, and just try to keep them brief. And then I was telling Julie, I met with Allegheny Economic Development today, and they're more than willing to attend a meeting or have it at a different time where they go over all the grants, best practices, the steps, the process to make everyone understand it a little bit better, because I've been getting that. And I just thought it might be beneficial for the municipalities as well, because they might be missing out on some opportunities or get to apply for things they didn't even think of. And I just want to make sure that they understand all the caveats and all the little special requirements and stuff, so no one's caught off guard, and they know, like you said, exactly how far you need to take the process so you're not putting up too much money up front and then getting burnt on the back end.
I didn't catch the name of the people who are doing that.
Oh, the Allegheny County Economic Development, so they oversee the community block development grant and stuff like that. And the
I would
GE.
like to chime in for that one. It's been a bit frustrating that there is not one single sort of the grant clearinghouse portal type of thing for the state of Pennsylvania. And the people in the Senate and in the House of Representatives are very aware that this is the situation. You can actually get a brochure. So the only way to see all the grants available at the same time is basically at this time to get a brochure from your state senator that is like stamped with his or her name. And it would be, so I have one of those and I'm like holding on to it for dear life because people keep asking. I'm like, nope, that's mine. And basically would be super helpful to have something similar in a clickable online version of it, so you could just go exactly where it is. And maybe with a little more explanation that it offers indeed. So in other ways, I could share this resource with you, Michelle, so you could kind of see what this is. But it's almost like in some ways we need more, in some ways we need less than what's in there. In other words, the need is great for something just like what you're talking about, and the information that exactly of the kind that people need.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I would love that resource. And even if, I have to work with them or just figure out a way to make it easier for you guys so you could search or click on things, I can work on that too.
even if maybe we can request from Devlin Robinson for a physical copy of that for the COG to have.
Yep, he has the old one for last year right now. I just got one of somebody.
Okay.
Like, I can't give you mine, but I can get you one from him. And you're like, yeah, this is like the one, like our last one, more or less. I think they're gonna have a new one, hopefully coming out soon. It would be great to have a few, honestly, for QVCOG, so people could borrow them. Yep.
Thank you so much for letting me know that. Yeah. That,
The State Birds Association also puts a list up pretty regular.
okay,
BSAB,
Ancient.
they put a complete list. They said the grants this month, so it depends how they rotate.
okay,
Thanks, Paul.
yeah, thank you so much.
All right, any other comments or questions about grants? All right, then let's move on to the executive director's report.
Hello.
Well, hello.
Not my phone. Well, I'm really honored and excited to be here with you guys. I thank you all for agreeing to give me this opportunity. I've been drinking out of a water hose for these last 2 weeks, but I thoroughly have been enjoying it, everyone I've been meeting with. But I'm excited to work with all of you guys, hear how the COG works for you, things that we could do better, or any ideas that you have for the future. I am a very community-minded, energetic person. So I'm ready and willing to hear all ideas and bring things to the table. So a few administrative things to update everyone on is my first week of work, the domain went down for the entire week. So it expired after 10 years. But I got the chance to work with Susan, the previous director.
Oh, wow.
And get that up and running again, get email and the website going. So yeah, perfect timing. I know. Way to start your first day with no domain. But we have it renewed for 10 more years. I already have a reminder, which Google probably thinks I'm crazy for putting a reminder in for that long ahead.
Like 9 years.
Yeah. Check domain. But no, so it's great. We have that up and running again, and I know it's working because my email's been growing crazy. The credit card, we've updated that. We've changed it over to me, so it's no longer in Patrick's name, as well as a lot of the other accounts. The 2026 due invoices have been sent to the municipalities. A lot of them, I told all of them, if they reach out to me, I will come pick them up in case anyone there wants to chat or has any concerns. And it's a great opportunity for me to meet more people that I'll be working with in the future. So waste and recycling, I met with Boyd from Michael Brothers last night to talk to him more about our glass recycling program and also the opportunity to maybe do a cardboard recycling in the future, just to help the communities, make it easier for them. And I know from my experience, that's a hard thing to get rid of, and we go through a lot of it, and also we can get money back from doing that. So it's a two-way good thing. And then I met with PRC about our collection event that we have, the Hard to Recycle event. Great team. I look forward to working with them. I'm going to volunteer at one of their other events before ours, so I have an idea what's going on day of, and I'm ready to go. But they gave us 2 potential dates that we have to talk about and see if there's any conflict, and I just wanted to bring them up at this meeting. It's the October 17th and October 24th are the 2 that they proposed to us. And they're proposing the site of Northgate Senior High School again. They said it worked really well. So yeah, I was gonna say, if anyone has any concerns or about the site, just let me know, and they said that we can move it around. So I met with Michael Baker today, like I said, and I also got to sit with Kirsten and talk about our sign program that we have going on. And right now they're at section 3 of the scope of work, where they're ready to meet with a group of us to go over what they found and their findings and hear any comments or concerns that they have against what they've done so far, and present. So if anyone is interested in being a part of that, if you guys want me to have them come to one of our meetings, so everyone is involved, I was gonna leave that up to you guys, how you guys wanted to proceed, since I just got here and you guys know how involved in you guys have been in that process already. I didn't know if there was a specific committee or.
So I was on that first meeting with
Okay.
them, but I think it might have, I don't remember if anyone else was in that meeting. Okay, and Patrick, was anyone else?
It was somebody
Rick?
else, but yeah, maybe
Rick?
Rick.
So we may have a committee.
Okay, good to know, good to know. I'm still learning the committees and
We may
everything
have a
here.
committee, because we only met with them one time.
Yes,
That's why we don't feel established in our committee. But I would say I'd like to open that opportunity up to any delegate that would want to see those signs.
What's the
Because
content? What's the content?
so Michael Baker, we hired Michael Baker last year and we paid them a small amount, but they graciously accepted to take on this. It's a design project to try to create some options for signage for each municipality that would be like a cohesive design guide. So that if any of us wanted to have new signs like along 65 or really anywhere, like in your, like the gateway to your community, that you could adopt a design that would be similar to the design of the other municipalities that creates like a place finding. I think that's what they call it.
finding.
Place making.
Yeah,
That's what they call it.
yeah.
Place making. It's a way of defining that our communities are that we have shared values, that we have shared interests, and you do that like symbolically through having the design of the signs be similar.
Yeah.
So that is what this really amazing like woman, she specializes in designing signage. Or she was like a wayfinding specialist or
Mhm.
something. So they put like a very, like this woman has expertise in this exact area. So she is ready to
Present.
show us some options.
Mhm.
So if you want to see the options, I think we should make it open to the whole,
Yeah.
anybody who wants to see the options.
I wanna see.
I would agree with that.
So maybe we could invite her to present at a meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I now need to correct, I was thinking of the Chatham, I wasn't thinking of the sign development, I was thinking of the waste.
Okay,
Chatham.
yeah.
That's what I was not in that direction.
And we had another meeting with
That's
them
fine.
last week too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay,
All right, so I'll just see. when
if you want to invite her,
Yeah,
yeah,
love
and
to.
give her like, give her a time, like 10 minutes or something, or whatever you want to give her.
Yeah.
To present. Okay, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and then just updating everyone on transition and project status. I'm meeting with Patrick every Saturday for about 5 hours to learn, to do things, to ask questions, and then actually I started about the day I got the job offer, I actually met with him the next day. So I started actually like 2 weeks before I actually started work, meeting with him and Jason. And then I've been meeting with him one other night during the week. So either like a Tuesday or Wednesday night, just so people aren't having to wait till the end of the week to hear from me, because I don't like when people have to wait to get a response from me. So we've been getting together and just trying to get me up to speed as fast as possible. So so I was excited about that. And then I had a managers meeting scheduled for the 25th, but today that got changed because there is a state meeting that a lot of people are attending on the 25th. So we're just gonna move it to the following month. So the Waste and Recycling Contract Committee. I don't know who is all on that, but I would love to start meeting so we can have conversations, because I think it's gonna creep up pretty quickly. Tomorrow I meet with Waste Management for a few hours to go over everything. I've already sent them an exhausting list of questions I have, whether it's for the trucks that are more automated, the 96 gallon barrels that people can use, what streets are hard to get to, just to find all the caveats of the contract, how things can change the pricing, what's getting used, what's not, that's in the contract, better ways. Bellevue on the call? No, they're not, but I get a lot of missed trash in Bellevue, so anytime they.
I think Dan is on the call.
Okay, Dan.
Yeah.
So anytime they get a complaint or something is missed, they've been sending them all to me, and anyone else that wants to send them to me, more than welcome. I have a giant spreadsheet I add them to every day if there's any issues, so I can show them any issues we've had, the frequency, the area, so that they're actually gonna put it on a map so we can examine like why we're having these issues and if it's happening site and site over again. So I'm meeting with them tomorrow. We're going over all the lists. and doing that, Julie and I met with the students from Chatham University. And they're doing an awesome job on their project. They showed us, and they're going to present at the next meeting their findings. But I also got them documentation on the tonnage, the type, how much each municipality is using, so they can better use that data to form their decisions that they present to us. So I got all that to them today, and I'm also going to update them after my meeting tomorrow. So yeah, so I've done a lot with trash and recycling since I've been here in the last 2 weeks, so that's really exciting. I also, for the 2027 through 2029 Urban County Renewal, so the CDBG and home, I sent an email to all municipal managers regarding the renewal for this contract. It includes like the necessary steps to opt in or opt out if you want to get funding. But I just want to restate how important this is. If you guys do not opt in, you are not eligible for funding, and it's going to be due in the next month or so. So it's really
Actually, may I ask a question, please, Michelle? We just voted to opt in. Do we send you the resolution also?
Yeah, you can send me that, and yeah, just something on letterhead that the resolution would be great, but then just something with it that says, we are deciding to opt in. I can send you the email to Maria if you want, but it kind of, it walks through exactly kind of what you needed to say. They just need to know you're going to do it.
Yes, but yeah, that would be very helpful. What the next step? Thank you so much.
Yes. And then I can kind of quickly, not to call anyone out, but I will go through who has not submitted it yet. So Aleppo, Avalon, Bell Acres, Benavon Heights, Benavon Borough, Edgeworth, Glenfield, Hayesville, Hillbuck, Swickley Heights, and Swickley Hills.
That's basically everyone.
So I'd like to congratulate
Show of hands of who did
Bellevue, Ensworth, Glen Osborne,
Yeah.
Leeds and Leedsdale for completing this. So way to go, guys. I'm very thankful for that. If not, I will follow up with everyone if I don't hear back by the end of probably mid next week, just to see if they're waiting for a certain date for a meeting or what have you, just to make sure everyone is.
So that's a resolution.
Mhm.
Is that annually that we have to do?
No, so this one's good till 2029. So the next one will come up probably in 2028. Because
Okay,
it's for every 3 years,
okay.
depending on funding cycles, yeah.
Because I don't remember ever having to vote on that before, but I probably did at some point 3 years ago or something.
Yeah, you have to just
Yeah,
remove what you don't need from your head anymore, so
yeah,
probably just.
yeah, that's true, that's true.
So yeah, so that's been great, getting all the few responses we've had. And then okay, so we moved the Quaker Valley Recreation Association, since this was my first meeting, and I feel like when we go around the table and hear what's going on, if you guys have any questions for me or want to hear any more about me or whatever you guys need, we moved them to the April 15th meeting. And so I had more time to get up to speed, but I am meeting with them next week just to get a rundown. Then I put on the bottom the 2026 household chemical collections for the surrounding area, since we don't have one here. If you guys are interested in getting one of those, I talked to them that we could get one. But if not, the dates are here if you guys want to advertise them for your communities, and the other hard to recycle collection events for the surrounding areas, just in case anyone has anything that they can't wait until ours. I just wanted you guys to have the dates available so you guys could market them. But that is what I had.
Okay, that is excellent.
Sorry if that's too talkative.
No. That's.
Oh, yeah, I talk very fast. My dad says I should have been an auctioneer.
Well, so clearly you've been very busy.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for all of that. Okay, so let's move on. Oh, any questions or comments about Michelle's report before we move on? Okay,
The date for the PRC event, we have to make that decision. We should make that tonight, yes.
It would be
Be better.
It'd be better if we could.
Yeah.
I don't want to spring anything on anyone if they don't have time to look at their events. But also to point out, if anyone has any community events or meetings that I don't want to feel like I think everyone wants me to come to things, but I'd be more than happy to come and introduce myself and just show I'm an active participant in the area. I'd be more than happy to come. So just putting that out there.
Seeing that Patrick and I were the only ones to be there last year.
Oh.
I vote for the 17th of October.
Oh.
Well, we have less chance of snow on the 17th of October.
Right,
than the 24th
they're
of October.
two Saturday, they're just consecutive Saturdays in October,
Saturdays.
yeah.
17th sounds good.
I mean, I think that sounds better than the 24th as well.
Yeah.
Cause you're like, you start like creeping up towards holidays, actually. Like,
Exactly.
We need to take a,
yeah, we'd probably have to make a motion for that. Okay, does anyone want to say any, like, does anyone have any other comments before we make a motion to do that?
Hey, Julie, this is Dan from Bellevue.
Hi, Dan.
Hey, just, I mean, real quick, if we're picking a date, do we need to check with Northgate first to make sure they don't have any events?
for the site,
Yeah.
Yeah.
these were 2 dates they already got approved.
Okay.
By
Okay.
them. So,
Okay,
Good
thank
point,
you.
Dan. Thank you. Good point.
Yep.
Okay, well then I'll take a motion to have our Hard to Recycle event at Northgate Senior High School on October 17th, 2026.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
All those who will be here, say it, be there and say aye.
Maybe.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. All right, great.
they said they usually need about 40 to 50 volunteers. They said they have a great, kind of staff that they can reach into. But if we could get 5 or 10, that would be wonderful.
We should work on that.
And you don't have to,
We should work
you
on
don't
that.
have to list stuff. You can work the table where you take people's money and direct people. You don't have to be lifting the TVs and
And if you
That's-
volunteer, you get to recycle something,
you
right?
get $100 with a free recycling.
Yes. Yes.
So you have TVs and tires and stuff you want to get rid of. You need to volunteer and get it done for free. And they don't monitor it very closely for the volunteers. You take a whole truck full, whatever you want to take. There's no limit to that, but I'm not saying.
All right, okay, good. Then let's move on to our new business for tonight, which is the Allegheny County Comprehensive Plan Update.
I do not.
Do we have a speaker?
She was I do not see her. She was supposed to come.
Okay. Is it Zoe who was gonna
Yes.
come? Yeah,
Zoe was gonna be
but we don't see
The
her.
new invite, maybe if you guys are on the other conference.
Oh, right, maybe she tried to go onto the other Zoom call.
Everyone's gonna see my email.
Well, we're not gonna have that presentation tonight, it seems
Okay.
like. You can just check later.
Yeah.
All right, so, did you want to say anything about what that was going to be? And then maybe we just try to reschedule it?
Yeah, we can try to reschedule it.
You know what it was?
Yes. Like I went to a meeting on this, but my brain is mush. So,
I mean, we could just pass over it.
Okay.
We'll address it when we can come back around to it.
yes, sure.
Okay.
I can send everyone some information.
Okay. All right, then we will move on to old business, of which we have none. And then we will move on to concerns by delegates. So we would just go around, where's our little roll call? We can just go around and people can share.
So,
You wanna call?
yeah, Aleppo?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just say it. They might have came. Avalon? Bell Acres.
Oh, Dan's from Bellevue.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh yeah, I have it
Yeah.
down. Bellevue.
Hi there. So not a lot going on in Bellevue. We did recently pass a new public gathering / event ordinance, which has got some people, some community members up in a stir because they think we're trying to damper, events in the community which is absolutely not the case. But you know, we're working on clarifying things and putting together an FAQ to kind of calm the masses that have come to us with their pitchforks. So other than that, we have about 40 events scheduled for the year so far in Bellevue, hosted by two of our nonprofits, Bonafide Bellevue and Bellevue Forward. So a lot of things happening throughout the year here in Bellevue. And if I hear anything else, I will be sure to update you all.
Okay, Dan, fun police right now. All right, so Ben Avon.
This is Ben Avon.
Ben
Ben
Avon.
Avon, yeah,
Ben.
and Ben Avon Heights, and I
Ben
don't think
Avon
anyone's
Heights.
here.
No one is here. Okay, so Edgeworth.
Oh, but we still have someone named Amanda. I'm not sure where she's from. Okay, that's okay.
Okay. Ellen, do you have anything? I think she left. Okay. Emsworth,
Nothing.
Squiggly Heights.
I guess just a quick update on welcome, Michelle. Also a quick update for our LSA grant, which we were awarded from the 2024 cycle. We finally got our contract documents. So once we have those signed, we will be starting work on the Backbone Road landslide and reopening the connection between Swickley Heights and Bell Acres. So that's our big news.
That's
Ben Avon Heights. I'm saying that right.
Ben
Yeah.
Avon, yeah.
Okay. Glenn Osborne.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
I had a question I wanted to run around the table. We were talking about streaming our meetings in Osborne. And I know Aleppo streams their meetings. I know Swickley streams their meetings. I was wondering, does anybody else do anything? I know the COG, obviously. We don't stream, right? We record them and then post them later.
So ours is, we're on the web live.
You're live, right? Yeah.
So the only people that can usually attend virtually are delegates. So that's how we have it right now, and then we post the recording onto our YouTube channel.
Swickley's live and then immediately available to stream.
I think it's recorded and posted later.
It's not live.
I don't know. I actually don't think it
no, I
is.
never thought it is live. I
I don't think it is live.
Okay.
It used to be live during the pandemic when we had a Zoom option. But I think that when we did away with the Zoom option, we just went to a recording that we then post like the day after the meeting or something like that. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think it's live.
Is anybody else streaming anything, recording?
Emsworth does not.
We just record.
We
record, yeah, and we don't stream anything.
do you post it, record it?
We do,
Where's it on YouTube?
I think on our website.
Anybody else recording? Okay, thanks. I'm just curious.
All right, Glenfield.
The landscaping company that wants to move next door to me has submitted everything that they need, and it looks like it's gonna go through. So at the last borough meeting, we discussed traffic volume, noise, concerns like that, and they've addressed pretty much everything we've asked. So it looks like it's gonna go through. The zoning committee is planning on voting it in, so should be done. So
Okay.
not too bad.
I couldn't remember where you fell on that. issue.
No.
It's okay.
I don't have anyone from Hayesville here. Kilbuck.
I'm here. I'm actually here.
Oh, she is.
Okay, great. Any updates?
No, not really. We just had some reorganization. We've got a new vice president and a couple new council members, so we're excited to have them and their perspectives. But yeah, that's about it for now.
Great.
Okay,
Thank you.
Good luck. Okay. The other thing we've going is having some logging done where people didn't apply for a permit and claimed they didn't know they needed a permit in Kilbuck Township. So I don't know how many municipalities have logging ordinances, But we do, but our surrounding communities don't, so.
We don't have any trees.
Oh, okay, Shannon Country Club just started cutting down trees and making noise for last month without any regard to anything, so we've had to deal with that. Also, our municipal building, which you are a wonderful tenant, we have more office space available. If anybody knows of anybody needs some office space in Kilbuck Township, it's not the easiest place to find, but if you just need someplace where, you need office space, it's a pretty sizable office over there. You walked over there?
No,
You just walk through and take a look around.
I didn't know when I was like permitted.
No, sure, go.
I didn't know if
It's
you
all
went
empty.
into the office we use and you saw I like organized everything.
No.
Okay.
No.
Even your stuff you guys had in there, like put it in straight lines.
I went to the other area and see, there's like five offices in there. They're all empty. So.
He's go in there and make fun of me
Yeah.
because like it looks like set up like a complete, like all the brochures are nice and everything now.
The only time we go in your office is for executive session. We
Yeah.
gotta go, okay, let's go in the office there. Yeah.
It's very clean and tidy now.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Not that Patrick wasn't clean
No,
and tidy.
he's like, I just didn't like going
He
there.
didn't go in there very often.
Yeah.
Yeah. How often are you in there? Are you in there?
I go in there twice a week,
Okay.
at least to check for mail and
Has the mail been flowing okay in
Yeah.
there? Okay, good.
well,
That was a problem.
I'm not sure, but I've
Okay.
been getting mail.
Okay.
So
That's good.
fingers crossed.
I'll be
but-
there tomorrow measuring those offices so we can advertise them. So, yeah, cool. That's all I have. Nothing else.
Great.
We're boring.
All right, Leet.
I sent an email out to the delegates, the emergency management coordinator and the deputy. We're looking into the alert systems for the community. We're signed up with Ray for another year, but we want to do something a little bit more in comparison. Rate isn't quite as user friendly as it could be, judging from other places I've researched. So looking for something, just advice as to what your communities have been using.
We use Savvy Citizen, which I think Bellevue uses and Avalon uses. Now it's not just a more emergency, but they all use it and we use it for like a road is closed today, or trash collection's been moved today because of a winter storm. I mean, that's the kind of thing we do use Savvy Citizen for. It's easy to use but people have to sign up and they've got to put the app on their phone but there's no other way other than, you can email everybody or call, that doesn't really work so well.
Yeah.
So the Savvy Citizen, if people have it on their phone or their computer, it pops right up and gives a blink, blink,
Okay, so it is
It's not very expensive at all.
cell phone friendly.
Oh, yeah,
As far as I can send alerts
And
out.
it's pretty elderly friendly too. We give detailed instructions on our newsletter and on our website, how to load it and how to use it.
Do you know what your participation rate is on?
I think, how many people know? I do not have those numbers, but, I
We
think
got
it's
like 5% of our community signed up for
Yeah.
alerts.
Yeah, people don't sign up. You can advertise as much as you want, say, listen, if you wanna know stuff, this is what you have to do. But you can bring the horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Right.
And that's really, the answer to the whole thing.
Mhm.
But if they come back and complain, nobody told me, then you always say, have you signed up for Savvy Citizen?
Yeah.
You
I
need
think
to
we
get on there and do that.
have about a 70%. But because we've gone from system to system and that information has been transferred, we're not sure how much old information we're dealing with, who's passed away, who's moved.
Yeah.
And I think computer savvy. But if you don't use it often, you
Right.
lose it, if it's a hard app. And
And the cost per year is almost, it's
yeah,
crazy cheap
right.
for Savvy Citizen, at
Yeah.
least, so. And you
Okay.
can click as many surrounding communities as you want, and I always unclick Bellevue, they put out too much stuff. But some people still put enough out, some people put too much out, it just depends who's running the thing. But if you tend to put too much stuff out, then people start ignoring it.
Mhm.
So you just have to set a level, how much what's important for you to send out, what's not important for you to send out.
Right, a FEMA offers.
Sorry, Dan.
Pause. But I also heard, and this is through FEMA, what's left of it. We're not sure who's monitoring that system, due to the lack of funding and a few other things. So, okay, whatever you guys think, just.
Emsworth runs through OTPD. We do not have a system. If there's a true emergency, Ohio Township puts it out. They monitor, they take all the responsibility. You still have to sign up for it,
Yeah,
but they take care of everything for us.
and they put stuff on Facebook too as well, don't they?
I have no idea.
Yeah, the Ohio Township does put stuff on Facebook,
Okay.
and there's a problem for people
Yeah.
who are on Facebook, so.
Donna, so Wickley and Glen Osborne have an alert system, and I was just trying to look for it on my phone. I got like, in 2024, I got like a text that said like, this is a test of the alert system. And I can't tell who it's through. Like this says, I'm looking at it on our website. This says Code Red by Crisis 24. Does that ring a bell to you, for you,
Yes.
Matt?
That's the
Code-
same group that Aleppo uses.
Okay, Code Red is who we're using. And people do have to sign up for it, but then you get a text to your phone. And Sewickley will absolutely not use this unless it is a true emergency.
Right.
I think there was something, if I'm remembering it, this is I was trying to look through my old notes here, but I do think that there was something about Code Red that at least for landlines, you could suck those addresses in without having people sign up. There was something about it that made it, if I'm remembering, it was not, you couldn't do that with cell phones, but the landlines, it was like a reverse 911. I think that was exactly what they were calling it, reverse 911.
Okay.
And the idea was that you didn't have to sign up for it, but that didn't get you cell phones. And that was obviously a huge limitation.
I remember we sent out like a postcard to each resident, encouraging them to sign up. And the postcard like totally looked like junk mail. Like I don't think like I looked at it and I was like, if I didn't know this was a real thing, I would throw this away right away and not even think that it was real. So I think probably like this is a good reminder for me to like ask Donna to just keep like encouraging people on our Facebook page or something, like put the link and keep reminding people that they can sign up for it. Because people want to know what's going on. Remember when that house exploded? And you could hear it. It was this loud boom, like it was like a sonic boom. And everyone in Sewickley was like texting each other, like, what happened? And that's the kind of thing where they would give an explanation, maybe. I mean, of what happened, like when people are like scared about what's going on, you know?
All right, well, good information.
Leesdale?
Yes, so a couple of things. We are going to have a community meeting on March 23rd for our active transportation plan. And it is actually open to everybody who not just lives in Leedsdale, but also visits it for any reason, such as shopping, visiting family and friends, going for work, passing through. So I just want to cordially invite everybody and encourage, and please pass it to your community residents also, that, you know, we hope to get everybody's feedback about how to make Leedsdale in particular more walkable, more accessible, more, for the public transportation to be more available to residents, what biking infrastructure people would like to see, what other things that could help, improve the health of the community and accessibility. And I also want to mention a couple of things. What I kind of noticed is that Allegheny County got some sprinkling of funds from what seems to be part is from Governor Shapiro's initiative to revamp the Main Street program. The funding for this has increased more than double last year. And I saw Allegheny County soliciting for some local grants that, I mean, basically the grants clearly came from that program, but they are running and administering. And it has to do with Main Street, particularly those of you who have actual Main Street for whom it's relevant. Please check it out. I think there are funds available for planning. There are funds available for possibly physical improvements. Smaller funds, but nothing's too small when it comes to, getting something for our residents. And another thing I think another thing that they're also doing is we got our active transportation plan fully funded through WalkWorks program at PA Downtown Center, which is a statewide nonprofit. But now I also saw that Allegheny County's Department of Health, their Live Well program, is also helping kind of serve as clearinghouse for active transportation plans. That would be like people are basically applying, gearing up to apply, kind of now getting everything together to apply later in the year. So I was asked, how come you guys have the active transportation plan? So here is the way, that for your communities to get one as well. And that is fully funded typically. It's like $30,000 you just get for doing it. So that's available, and that's through Live Well program. And lastly, Live Well program just had another sprinkling of funds for the aging in place, like small grants for aging in place. And I just dropped up a season, and we just got notified, but we got another $9,500 for that, which I applied for. And I'm happy to put it into the kitty for our Henley Park program, our Henley Park rehabilitation, a little bit more towards our matching funds. So I just want to alert everybody, the county seems to have some money for smaller projects that are not too hard to apply for, especially if you have a bunch of things already kind of going on and cooking. You could just throw it in there as well. So that's what I wanted to share.
Thank you. And if you have a flyer or anything for your March 23rd meeting, I'd be more than happy to share it on our social pages and stuff like
Yes,
that.
as a matter of fact, I do. Our consultant just said, hey, I can give you JPEG. So yeah, I'll send it to you ASAP.
Yeah, and that goes out to anyone.
Yeah, thank you.
I know our socials don't post a lot, but if you guys want anything on there, I can start sharing them to make sure that they get as widespread as possible. Okay, and then Julie, quickly.
Okay, two things. The ALUM conference is in April. It's in a few weeks. That's the Allegheny League of Municipalities Conference in Seven Springs. So I don't know if it's still possible to go, but if anyone is going to be there, I will be there. Michelle will be there. Art, Donna, there's Gwen from Aleppo, and we have a bunch of Swickly people going. So we should try to get together, and it's like a good bonding time. Yeah. And for those of you who aren't going, it's a great opportunity to learn and meet people and network. It's excellent. Yeah, it really, and so you could keep it in mind for next year. It's usually in April. Every year. Mm-hmm. So there's that. And then in Sewickley, you may have heard that there was an ICE detainment in Glen Osborne that, even though it was in Glen Osborne, Sewickley Borough Council had we had a workshop meeting. It wasn't even our regular legislative meeting. And we had, over 100 people. And we had the WTAE brought their cameras and did a piece on their nightly news about what had happened, particularly because the man who was taken, his young daughter has cancer, and a lot of the people in our community already knew about his daughter because we learned about it through the school. So there was a lot of feedback about it. We had a meeting with a lot of public comment, and it was a good meeting. And I think it was a productive meeting for us all to be able to, for council to be able to hear what people had to share about their feelings and experiences. And Sewickley Council will be considering a resolution for how how to define how our police will interact with ICE. So we will be considering that at our next workshop meeting, which is in a couple weeks. That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
Sewickley Hills?
So, one thing that I am running into is would like to reach out to, individuals, and I guess I can look up each person's, individual, go to your websites and try and find you that way. But I was wondering, do we have a list of the delegates? Is that, like, I know that we have the group, but, so.
I can, is that okay? I didn't know.
And I wanted to ask, is that something that?
It would be nice for us to even have like a little phone book where we had each other's phone numbers so you could text somebody else if they, maybe you just opt in if you feel like sharing your number. But I think that would be
like a directory.
Yeah, like a little directory. Just
I can send you the emails tomorrow morning if that works. Or because I won't get home until
No rush, but just from the standpoint of it could, increasing the communication. I know a lot of that happens, but
Yeah, because Hunter, I'm sorry. I just want to apologize that we didn't invite you to the Chatham update. You should have been at that. And it was just a transitional time, but that was my mistake to not invite you to that. I'm sorry about that.
Blame it on me. I'm new. It's my fault.
No,
there's no blame. It's fine. Thank you. I appreciate that.
And have you been receiving the emails from that group? Because
No.
one of the
No.
students named Cullen, who was kind of
Yes,
running the group,
yes.
he's been writing updated emails, and we were all supposed to be responding with our availability for that meeting. So,
None percent.
okay, so we need to get you on that.
I'll add you to that.
Okay.
All right. Is there anyone I did not call? I believe
Sewickley Hills.
That
was yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's it.
Okay.
I have a little note. I live in a community within a community. It's called Masonic Village.
Okay.
So I'll make arrangements for you to come up and be introduced to the executive director and so on.
I would love that.
It's a large operation.
Okay, that'd be wonderful. Thank you so much
It's
for
a
that.
great idea. Art.
Mhm.
Good idea.
Thank you so much.
We helped the pickleball to get established. It's the only recreational thing in Aleppo.
What's up and coming? It's getting
Yeah.
really popular.
Okay, well then that wraps things up for us tonight. So I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Homework. Some vote.
Second? Anyone on a second? All right, we're adjourned. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Okay.
Well, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Nice meeting everyone. I'll be better next time.
Oh my gosh, you did great. Yes.